Stop choosing people that do not choose in return. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the single most important decision I've made in my life this year. How this one choice made sure I always started the right relationships. I am Monjola, the mass communication major who has always been fascinated by how people connect and communicate. On this channel, we dive into personal stories, self-reflection, and a bit of entertainment because life is better when we figure it out together. A while ago, I moved into a new room and a friend came over for an outing we had planned. Things got awkward when I introduced her to my new friend. A bit of banter turned into something more. Even though she said we were fine, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd lost her. And to make things worse, she wasn't staying close to my room, so I inevitably became closer to my roommate. And when I went to her room, it wasn't like it used to be. Similar to how I felt when I tried to fix things, something still felt off. It was as if it was an unspoken rule we missed, but no one tells us what it is. And it wasn't until this year that I realized what I've been missing all along. What if the way we approach relationships is completely backwards? I realized that many people only think about the good times when they start relationships. They don't consider what will happen next when misunderstandings arise. In those moments, both sides start guessing. Should I ask why they did that? Should I let it go and act like nothing ever happened? We don't think I'm being petty. The problem is everyone is thinking, but no one is talking. Now picture a situation where both parties have planned ahead. Imagine if both people agree from the start. If something goes wrong, let's talk it out. If I offended you, say your mind the best way you can. Obviously, try to be polite. And then the other party will acknowledge your point of view. Or if you have any explanations or apologies, they can say it too. This will magically solve every issue, but both sides will understand the cause of the conflict, and that is one step to solving this conflict. As Lantern once said, overthinking no fit solve problem. Better days are. This next part took me the longest to master, and honestly, I'm still learning it. It's something I use when people offend me, helping me stay calm. In my experience, it works better than counting 1 to 100. Let me give you a funny example my friend once gave me. Imagine you've had a stressful day and someone steals your food. Naturally, you'll be upset. When you get no answers, you're obviously going to get more angry and frustration builds. This is where giving benefit of doubt comes in. This is going to sound crazy, but I'm telling you, it's legit the only way I've found that works all the time. Instead of assuming the worst, try thinking of reasons the person might have taken it. Mind you, this reason must come from a place of sympathy for the person. Usually a reason they are not already aware of. Maybe they are broke or dealing with a family emergency, like parents in the hospital. This shift in perspective won't fix the situation, but it helps reduce anger, making it easier to move on. As a matter of fact, the magic is in the thinking process. The same applies when a lecturer gives a long assignment without explanation. Instead of assuming they are being evil, consider they might be giving areas of concentration for an exam indirectly. The point isn't whether their intentions are good or bad. It's about giving yourself peace by crafting a tolerable excuse. The biggest mistake in long-distance relationship is doing more than we can sustain. Or as we say it here, doing too much. For example, if at the beginning of a relationship, you start with 10 hours call daily, missing one might cause one to feel unloved. To avoid this, find a middle ground. Going out your way sometimes is good, but don't overdo. Communication is key, as we all know. Now, if you have a busy partner or friend, either you like it or not, that already puts you guys at a disadvantage. Imagine if you guys reach a compromise where you guys ensure that you jot down all the hot gist you want to tell the other person, and then later, on a fixed day of the week, you spill it out. Some people can say this is a stretch or is unrealistic, but the truth is, these are some things I do with my friend, and even though I no longer write things down, at least we are aware that we can't always gist. This helps avoid awkwardness and keeps the bond strong. Sometimes, without realizing it, we put people on a pedestal by expecting too much from them. This can cause serious emotional stress when they don't meet those expectations. I'm talking from experience. For example, imagine you have been counting on a friend to always check in when you're feeling down. One day, they forget, and it's hurt so much that you completely feel destabilized. The issue isn't just that they forgot, it's just that you have placed them in such a crucial role in your emotional support system that their absence feels overwhelming. The key here is balance. Care for people, but don't rely on them so heavily that you can't function if they fall short. Adjust your expectations so that when they show up, it feels good. And when they don't, you can still manage your emotions. It's not about caring less. It's about making sure your well-being doesn't depend entirely on someone else's action. Prioritize your mental health by creating supportive structures within yourself and leaning on multiple sources of support when needed. If there's one thing you can take from this, it's this: know God for yourself. Life gets tough, especially when challenges come from unexpected places. But with God's help, all things are possible. When you stop expecting people to be your everything, something powerful happens. You regain control over your emotional balance. But what about the expectations you place on yourself? How do you handle those deep-rooted insecurities that no one else can fix? Check out this video where two of my good friends and I share real strategies for overcoming insecurities and building self-confidence. See you there. Bye.